want to ask Norm Stamper, you were the head of the Seattle Police Department. Seattle is under a consent decree which has had enormous progress for the city's policing. Could you talk about that?
Tremendous progress. As a matter of fact, last week, the federally appointed monitor of the consent decree in Seattle wrote essentially a love letter to the city civic officials, the police chief, and he named the rank and file as well and said, this is a department that is undergoing major transformation. 5 years ago, that was not the case. 5 years ago, the allegations of excessive force and biased policing were well established. So what's happened? There's been a 60% reduction in use of force by Seattle police officers. There has been a dramatic decrease in the use of firearms, tasers, and batons. And police officers themselves, through the president of the Police Officers Guild, are saying the train has left the station. We're grateful that we're at this stage of our progress.
And the crime rate has continued to go down, right?
The crime rate has continued to go down. Officer injuries are either flat or dropping. So there's been no so-called Ferguson effect or de-policing.
Well, let's go back to Attorney General Jeff Sessions speaking to police and federal officials last month in Richmond, Virginia.
Many of you who are law enforcement leaders have told us that in this age of viral videos and targeted killings of police, something has changed in policing. Some law enforcement personnel are more reluctant to get out of their squad cars and do the proactive, up-close police work that builds trust and prevents violent crimes and saves lives of innocent people. In some cities, arrests have fallen as murder rates have surged.
So that's Attorney General Jeff Sessions. Former Seattle Police Chief Norm Stamper, your response.
My response to that is he's clearly in lockstep with his boss, the president. He is clearly an apologist for the worst kind of policing in this country. He is pandering to police unions. He is saying things that he thinks they want to hear.
But Charlin's even saying that the police union is saying that they want to continue
That's happened in Baltimore. It's happened in Seattle. He needs to visit those two cities and pay attention. Instead of mouthing slogans, he needs to sit down and listen to the officers themselves.
Charlene.